Hey Qween! So what were your thoughts on the season?
I loved it. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm so happy it's on VH1 now. It's going to get so many more people watching it now because it's on a bigger network than it
And
Logo
bigger
was.
booking fees than ever for the girls.
Girls, you better make that money.
And you better save that money
yes.
too.
Yes, I did a gig. Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. He was in LA. He was doing his show here in Los Angeles, and I did a gig with Farrah Moan, and we were talking, and she was. And Farrah Moan, it was absolutely stunning, and her costumes are beautiful.
So
They're
pretty.
all like Swarovski crystals and feather boas and ostrich and glamour and fur. And she was saying oh, she's having a hard time because all of her costumes are super expensive. And I was thinking in the back of my head, girl, I know, but you did that to yourself. You know? You should be like Alaska Thunderfuck and come out, wear plastic bags.
Trash bag gowns.
Trash bag gowns, and then you wouldn't have had to, pay $400 for one dress that you can only wear once.
I mean, that's the problem now. Everyone sees it and they want you to never repeat.
Well, honey, I repeat dresses all the time. If you want to look at how many times I wore all these outfits.
Here at Pineapple Couture.
Yeah. I don't fucking mind, honey, because you put a lot of work into your costumes and you want to show it off. It's a piece that you have to take on tour.
Yeah.
Let everyone know. Now, if you want people not to see it and judge you for wearing it all the time, just stop posting it on your Instagram.
That's
it.
Yeah. Who were your favorites from the season?
Well, Peppermint.
Of course. She's our old school New York girl.
I love Peppermint. I was so happy to see her on the show, and I gagged a little bit because I didn't know that Peppermint had been in transition for all these years.
It was a surprise.
Erica's
giving shocked faces.
I was surprised as well.
Yeah,
it's just not something she ever mentioned.
She never mentioned it, and now I know why. Is because she was scared that she wasn't going to be able to work as a drag queen because people think, oh, once you transform into a woman, you no longer can do the art. You can no longer do drag, and I guess that makes sense because, even years ago, she never wanted to be photographed as a out of drag. Yeah. But I was really, really excited to see her on this season, and I'm really happy for her, and I'm excited that now the whole world can see how amazing of a performer she is, how sweet she is.
And such a great person, great performer, great everything. And now she got money for those fancy costumes, honey.
Yes, and it appears some titties too.
And some titties, yes.
All right, see, that's how you do Carmen Carrera.
Yeah.
See, you go on, you become TV famous, and then you buy the right kind of, you buy the right kind. You don't do all the kitchen stuff.
No basement silicone, honey. You got to go right to your Beverly Hills doctor with that Drag Race money.
Yes, with the Drag Race money.
Thoughts on the Valentina elimination or the Aja Valentina everything?
Well, I love a real reaction from the queens. Especially I feel like on this season, a lot of the queens were holding back because they know how it works and they know that you have to work after the show. And so I know that when I did All Stars, a lot of us queens, we got along, we tried to get along more than we were trying before. Because we knew how vicious the fans can be.
Yeah.
Because they really like to pick sides, and they really treat this like a sporting event. They really pick their team and they root for their team, and they really have a lot of fun doing that. But, sometimes we get a lot of shade thrown our way, and I can't help it. I'm a drag queen. I want to know what you're saying about me on the Instagram. So I read the comments, and sometimes it gets hurtful. So I know that I feel like the girls this year were holding back.
Definitely were being careful.
But I loved when Aja just let it rip, honey. She was not having it anymore. And I feel like it was such a true reaction because, girl, I like to think that I'm beautiful. I don't know what I look like tonight.
Gorgeous.
But, the problem is when you think that you're beautiful, there's always going to be someone more beautiful than you.
Yes,
and
that's
even
true.
if you think that you're beautiful, you might not be the standard beauty, or someone's not going to find you beautiful, the most beautiful. So it's really hard when I felt like it's a true reaction from her. She had such confidence going in, and she kind of got a reality check that she wasn't the most gorgeous goddess in the room. and she had an adverse reaction to it. And I think it was
Now
a real
it's an
reaction.
amazing bitch track.
And it's an amazing bitch track. Thank you, Adam Joseph.
Yes, Adam Joseph did it, honey.
Work. I mean, I think that's sickening, and I because of that, because she had that real moment and she was brave enough to like share it in front of cameras.
Yeah.
I think that's great because that bitch track is sickening.
It is.
But for the Valentina mask thing, girl, I think that really just goes to show that anything can happen on RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, it's still a reality show. Like, that's still real. Like, if you don't know the words to the song, I'm sorry, that's it.
That's it.
Like, that's how the stakes are that high.
And don't let stern RuPaul come out, because RuPaul loves to be stern, honey.
Oh, she sure
Get
does.
that thing off of your mouth.
I know, right? I know that,
so
like,
good.
every season, she's like, I need to have that Tyra Banks, we were all rooting for you moment. Rooting for you! How dare you! She loves doing that. She
The
loves doing that.
sternness is just delicious.
Well, I mean, I think that sometimes we need to have a reality check because, you know, being on that show and being a drag queen who's so used to like working in dingy bars, now we're like world famous and we're being flown around the world and people are giving us flowers and screaming our names. That goes to your head real quick, girl.
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
when you're wearing heels.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happened with Adore when she went back after being so beloved for every moment, and then having to go back on Drag Race to get criticized is kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's really, really, really like hard for a queen to go back to that.
Especially after everyone kissing your ass and loving you, and every little thing you do is the most perfect and beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, if you were hated on your season, go back to All Stars. If you were loved, honey, sit your ass home.
Exactly.
And just appreciate the love that you got.
Yes.
And just continue doing that because I know that, like, Alaska, she got a lot of shit for being so goddamn sickening.
Right.
Now, if she wasn't so damn sickening, she wouldn't have won, and then she wouldn't have had to send those bitches home, and then she would have been loved. Like Katya. Now,
Right,
Katya had won a whole bunch of challenges, and she was sending the bitches home. Those fans would have turned on Katya the same, right?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
We will never know.
We will never know.
We'll never know.
Hey Qween!